we're going to take a question from Liz. Liz's question is, what are those trophies behind you, Ross? Okay, all right, stand by. I'll tell you what these are. These are a few of my television Emmy Awards for broadcasting as a host. Hey, these are the things that got me through that lens. I've been through this lens thousands of times. Okay, look where we are now. Just because you're staying at home, communicating with your customers or your clients or your employees through WebEx or through Zoom or Skype does not mean you can't differentiate yourself. And this is where I want to talk about world-class expertise. That will be your unfair advantage, especially now when we're going from lens to lens. I'm going to give you an example. Dave Hopla is the world's greatest basketball shooter. He teaches junior high school students, college, and pro players how to shoot free throws. Dave makes about $3 million a year doing this. And Dave's first credo was, everybody tells me it's about who you know. I guess they're supposed to get ahead by your connections. No, Dave doesn't believe that. Dave believes it's about who knows you. You have to be expert at something, and that will attract the world to you. His personal best is 1,127 free throws in a row because he's that good. And what I love about Dave, I'm going to say this. What he says that's profound is that when we have a certain amount of success, we tend to eliminate those things that made us successful in the first place. So that's why Dave shoots from 2 feet away every single day. Then he works up to 4 feet, 6 feet, and then the free throw line. Whatever profession you're in, especially those of you who are in real estate, we've got to be the best. Nobody fires the best. And if your company goes out, your competition wants to hire the best. Look, you're in a B2B business. You have customers, you have clients, and the end users beyond that. But here's what's new. The wow factor doesn't cause customers to be loyal. This is the shocking new data. Here's the fine print. Look, read this. I'll read it to you, actually. Determine what customers want. Deliver that. You don't necessarily have to exceed their expectations today. The bigger risk to loyalty is when you fail people or you disappoint them. It's not wow that causes scores to go up. It is not that. It's eliminating the pow moments, the gut punches, the kicks in the stomach. When we disappoint people, we don't return a phone call. We don't return an email. We make a brand promise and then we don't deliver on that promise. It is not about the wow. It is eliminating the pow moments. And here's an example of that. We have a tech company that we deal with. And I call and I get this guy on the phone. Hey, thanks for calling. I appreciate your call. How can I provide you with outstanding customer care? And I got right in the phone. I said, hey, dude, quit this job, man. You're not going to take yourself to the next level. You're not going to take your company to the next level. Why are they putting this guy on the phone? Would they just fill a slot? We need to get smart people on the phone. That's your first impression. That's your audition. Look, you're a big software company and you want customer retention. You want employee retention. And I think we can look at blueprints for other people in your industry that can do this so well. And I use Five9 as an example. Worldwide resources for call centers. And they want to boost their scores to the point, look at this. They have boosted their customer retention to 126%. How is that even possible? How is it even possible to get 126? Here's how they measure it. If they've retained a customer for a year, that is 100% retention. But then those customers are so happy that they bought more of your services. That gets it up to 126%. They want the metric to happen in their employee retention as well, and they get 131% in employer retention. How does that happen? If we retain you for a year, that's 100%. But you have good friends. You have reliable people. You have dependable friends of yours who would like to switch a company maybe. Come to Five9, and that boosts the retention scores. We need to look at retention, both customers and employees, in a whole other metric because it becomes a marketing. It becomes a marketing advantage, a competitive advantage if you can tell new customers and employees, look at our scores. I don't have to tell you how fierce competition is, whether you're in B2B or B2C. There's so many choices out there. Every customer has to matter to you. And I've got a personal story from my past work in comedy and television that illustrates this. Jay Leno and I have been friends for about 30 years. You can see there's a picture of Jay and I. Oh, it's over on that side. And we're with another group of comics at a concert. So he and I are working in Reno years ago. And during the day, we went to the car museum. Harris had a big car museum. I think Jay owns a lot of those cars today. And then he gets some jewelry for Mavis, looks at his watch and goes, oh my gosh, look at the time. I got to get back to the hotel and talk to a reporter. There's a reporter that doesn't like me and I want to kind of warm him up if I can. Great, fine. We go back to the hotel, and before the reporter gets there, Jay is in there cleaning up a pizza box and some hamburger wrappers and wiping off the couch so the guys can sit down and they can have a conversation. Knock at the door. Open it up. It's a junior high school student. He's got to be 13 or 14 years old. Jay welcomes him in. Come on in. You have a seat. And you want a donut? And for 20 minutes, Jay talks to this guy, and he's smiling and trying to make friends and so forth. And when the interview's over, the kid leaves, and I stare at Jay and say, what was that about? The guy was in junior high. And Jay looks at me and goes, you never know. These kids can come up working for People Magazine or Time Magazine. You don't want to make them mad earlier in their career. And Jay was right. Jay was right. We need to nurture all of our customers because we have no idea how that customer will influence our companies in decades to come.